Hi, it's time for the Technique Junkies new release. I have two stamps that I'm going to be demonstrating with today. This first one is called Pile of Leaves. The second one is called Halloween Doodles. Yep, it's that time of year. Fall is almost here. Everybody's getting excited about pumpkin spice latte, and I'm excited to see the fall foliage. I love this stamp from Technique Junkies. Again, this one is called Pile of Leaves, and I'm going to be ink blending the colors of fall onto this piece of paper. This is an A2 size paper, and I'm using Hammermill Premium Color Copy Cover Paper. That first color that I used was Catherine Pooler's Mandarin Spice. This second color is Catherine Pooler Tiara. So we've got some orange, some beautiful yellow. Now I'm going to go in with Catherine Pooler Peppermint Scrub. So a lot of these inks are from Paradise Found, which is the spa collection from Catherine Pooler. It's one of the spa collections. I think these colors are so closely fall-like that I immediately knew when I saw this beautiful stamp that I would create a ink blended background of the fall foliage colors. Okay, now we have Royal Treatment, which is a nice purple. And where I live in Western Pennsylvania, we have beautiful fall foliage. So, although I hate to see summer go away, I certainly do enjoy the fall colors on the trees. This color is eucalyptus, and I enjoy just the changing of the seasons. I don't enjoy all the snow that we get here where I live, but I do enjoy fall. Fall is crisp and days are not as hot. You still have the beautiful scenery, of course, of the leaves changing colors. And I always think of the skies always being so pretty in the fall. Oh, this is sauna. Did I say tiara? Sorry, this is the color sauna. Okay, so there really was no rhyme or reason to my ink blending. I just wanted to get some of these colors down, and I used Mandarin Spice, Sauna, Peppermint Scrub, Eucalyptus, and Royal Treatment. These are all from the Paradise Found collection from Catherine Pooler. I'll have a link below in my description box to Catherine Pooler. I have an affiliate link if you would like to use it, and you can get these in the mini size if you'd like, or you can get them in the full size. But I'm here today promoting the Technique Junkies new release for September. There are some awesome stamps being released. I hope that you will follow the link that I provide in the description box below. Go check out some of those new stamps that are available. And then tonight, which is September the 1st, 2021, at 7 p.m., I will be doing a reveal of the new stamps. Now, what I just did was I put some embossing powder on my paper. I'm just trying to see if the ink is dry on the paper. And there were a couple sections that were still wet. I am going to be embossing, and I just thought it would be best if my paper was dry before I go to the next step, which is taking my stamp and embossing it and inking it with Versamark clear embossing ink. I'm using my Tim Holtz stamping platform, and I'm just going to cover that up with this beautiful red rubber stamp. Again, this one is called Pile of Leaves. It is S941, and it's from Technique Junkies. I'll have a link below in my description box to Technique Junkies. These new stamps are on sale for 15% off through September 8th, 2021. If you do go shopping over at Technique Junkies, I would encourage you to pick up some of these new stamps for sure. There's also a Gotta Have It All bundle in case you see this new collection, and I'm sure you're going to love it because there's some really great stamps If you want to have them all, they are available at a discounted price for the entire collection. Or, like I said, if you want to buy them individually, they're 15% off through September the 8th. Everything else, if you use my coupon code, which is listed in my description box below, you can get 10% off everything else. So I just went ahead and I stamped it twice with clear Versamark ink. And now I'm going to use gold embossing powder. Not just any gold embossing powder, but gold glitter embossing powder. So this is from Nuvo. It's got a lot of sparkle to it. I was just feeling in that sparkly mood just to um, play with this stamp and imagine the fall foliage that we'll be seeing by the end of the month here, the end of September. Is usually when we start seeing the colors change. I'm just using my heat tool. I have a board that I placed the stamped image on top. That way I don't have to worry about warping my mat. But isn't this so pretty? This would look beautiful just stamped with regular ink, but I wanted to go for the gold and bring out those fall colors. And it doesn't take long to create this background. It doesn't take long to do the heat embossing, but the effect is stunning. Wouldn't you say? I love it. So I'm going to trim this down with my guillotine trimmer. And I was thinking about what kind of sentiment I could put on the front of this card panel. And I thought, well, um, I want to celebrate autumn. And I was looking at different colors. I pulled out my autumn colored cardstocks and I was trying to figure out what color of a card base to use. I like to use colored card bases. I mean, I use white and black plenty, but whenever I'm working on a project, I just really like to focus on the color. I like to make bold cards that have lots of color. What I did was I used this autumn sentiment that I had in my stash. It's a 3-layer sentiment and put that on the front of my card. Now let's move on to the Halloween doodles. Off camera, I heat embossed this panel. So what I did was I stamped it with, I think I used black VersaFine Clair ink, which you can heat emboss with VersaFine Clair inks. And then I sprinkled it with black embossing powder. Or you could just use your clear Versamark ink. But the colors that I'm blending with are chiffon and orange peel. I really wanted to have that classic Halloween color. And I was thinking about candy corn when I picked out these colors. Um, it's a really fun background. It has pumpkins and a skeleton head and a bat and a spider and a broom. I'm going around the edges with some black Catherine Puller Midnight Archival ink, trying to make it look dramatic around the edges. This panel is fun and the stamp is fun. You could color it, by all means, you could color it. But I thought that having it ink blended with the heat embossing would really make it pop. And then I want to put a sentiment from my stash. I just have a die, and the die is Halloween. And I'm just going to cut that out several times, make it nice and stacked, and it's going to be gold on the top layer, gold foil cardstock. So that's my next step. I decided I would use a black A2 side folding card base underneath this panel. Since it is Halloween, definitely want to make that match. And I'm just using this Bearly Art glue. It's a new glue to me. I do like the tip. I will say that I find the tip is much more precise than art glitter glue. And I do like both glues, but I do like the tip. Even though I have the fine precision tip for the art glitter glue. It's still not quite as fine tipped as the one for the Barely Art glue. So that's the one I use when I'm doing this technique. And this is a trick I learned from Jennifer McGuire. I tape my sentiments that I'm stacking. I've got white, I've got 2 layers of white, and then I have this gold, which is like a yellow gold cardstock. But then at the top, I put, I think, another layer of gold. I don't know. I'll have to wait till I flip it over here to see. Again, I'm just using that glue. Yep, it's like a yellow gold. Because, there's different colors of gold foil. There's yellow gold, there's bronze gold, there's rose gold. But I thought this nice blonde type gold would look great with this card. So I'm really happy with how this card turned out, you guys. I think it's a lot of fun. Again, please join me tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where I will be doing a reveal of the stamps in this collection for September for Technique Junkies. We'll go through each stamp and make something as well. All right, I'm just going to tidy up my desk here and show you a still shot of this card completed. Don't forget tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. I think I said 8 o'clock earlier, but it's 7 o'clock. I will be doing a live unboxing of all of the wonderful stamps that are part of this release for Technique Junkies. Show you the cards that I made with this release, and we'll just have a really good time together hanging out. If you do miss it, you can always catch it on replay. I put all my Technique Junkies videos in the Technique Junkies playlist on my YouTube channel. And as always, please subscribe to my channel. Please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I really appreciate each and every one of your comments. I do read everything that you write, and I appreciate the community we have together as crafters. Everybody, thanks so much. Have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.